The first time I ever played Dangerous Duels was in October 2020 at Southern Cross up in Hamilton. My friend Mao had found this game in a big itch.io bundle alongside gems including, but not limited to, Pyramidal Break, this game where you mash buttons on a keyboard to push the opponent off. We started playing as a party game in a 3-man free-for-all, but quickly realized the game had a lot of potential as a 1v1 game. A lot of the meta was developed over the course of that day, between different rule sets and which stages would be allowed. In this video I wanted to share this game and why I think it's a cool competitive game. The control scheme is shown at the start of each game. The control scheme is R1 for a fast bullet, L1 for a slow bullet, X to move, and circle to reload. You can move from node to node on the map by angling your left stick and hitting X to move that way. You can shoot bullets in straight lines given on the map. Bullets will not curve alongside different lines, but they will go as far as they can in a straight line. You have 6 bullets in your chamber by default. From these 6 you can shoot both fast and slow bullets. Fast bullets are hit scan bullets and functionally don't have travel time. Slow bullets travel slowly like a sonic boom. You need to manually keep track of your bullets as there is no HUD displaying the number of bullets you have. You lose the round if you get hit by a bullet. We have customized the game rules and use the following. Countdown to start. We use a starting countdown. If you shoot too early, you will shoot yourself in the foot. Shooting yourself in the foot leads to you having massive cooldown after each action leading into the next, which almost certainly means death, but not always. We have 6 bullets. We require full reload, which means you must shoot all 6 before you can reload, and you have to reload all 6 before you can shoot again. We currently have 6 legal stages. Stages cycle randomly between these 6. The stages we use are the following. The key to playing Dangerous Duels fast is to perform what we call shoot move. In Dangerous Duels there is incredibly little cooldown on any action, letting you combine different actions with the only restriction being how fast and cleanly you can input things. An obvious combination here is to move and shoot at the same time, referred to as shoot move. Shoot moving precisely lets you chase people or choke them out by restricting their options. Shoot move scrambles in medium to small stages are incredibly fun and a big part of what makes competitive Dangerous Duels so appealing at all levels. On bigger stages, being able to shoot slow bullets in each row as you move across them is also incredibly strong and very precise. Especially on small stages, the ability to consistently execute strong strategies to put yourself in safe spots is really important. You want to lock down the opponent and bring yourself to safe positions as early as possible. Hard reading these options can be difficult due to varying combinations of execution and timing. On the bigger stages, safely interacting from the other side of the stage is key. On the smaller stages, good execution and a solid strategy will carry you very far. You want to move into the corners as quickly as possible and protect yourself as you move there. Medium-sized stages are a mixture of both. Good spatial coverage leading to ways to lock the opponent down into solid mix-up situations is the key to performing well. A unique example is Octagon, where you must try to cover both sides as consistently as possible, which comes down to properly reading and executing on when and where your opponent aims to approach from. Since slow bullets shut out fast bullets, you can use slow bullets to close off space from the opponent. This is valuable both on small stages and big, but it requires a lot of careful planning and good execution to pull off consistently. Properly putting slow bullets in the way of people blindly shoot moving will be a consistent way to rack up wins against players not paying attention to the match and force them to slow down. Why I love Dangerous Duels is the pace and precision of it. The fast pace comes up in multiple ways, both in terms of how quick the rounds are and the pace of the game between the rounds. The only time you really get to breathe is between games. Individual games can last an average of 30 seconds, and a round can be over in less than a second. Keeping composure and focus during these rounds can be difficult but rewarding. The game has no difference between characters, outside of looks, so it also is a direct test of skill. The brevity of the rounds and the pace of the match keeps the games very concentrated on player versus player actions. The games also encourage resource management, both for you and your opponent. Keeping in mind the bullet count for each player has often been a deciding factor for rounds and for games and tournaments, especially because there is no HUD to keep track of the bullets you and your opponents have. The open-ended system allows for a lot of player expression, and you can play how you want to, if you're good enough at the game. Due to this, and the game's high skill ceiling, Dangerous Duels really lets you flex on your opponent and lets you show them how much better you are than them. You can be so much better than your opponent at strategically choking them out and never letting them play, or you can be so much better than them at executing that every match goes by blistering fast and they look leagues below you. Or both these things can happen. I love this game because it is easy to pick up, hard to master, and incredibly fast paced. Every time I try out a new idea or do something cool, I feel rewarded. And if I mess up, I can easily shrug it off and move on to the next round. Every time I get outplayed, it's a direct result of my opponent's play. As a fighting game player, I really appreciate that, and find that really addicting. I implore you to check out the game on Steam or on itch.io, the links will be in the description. Thanks for watching, see you around.